Well, welcome to our first video. We want to get something put out there, but I think from all of us, we want to say thank you guys first. There's been so many people sharing our post, sharing the links to the website, and just in general, without all these questions that have been coming up, we wanted to answer a few of them for everybody, give people an idea why we're here, what the thought is behind all of this.
Program that we're looking to debut is our Locks for the Lost, Route 66 Living Memorial. And we want to give a little insight as to what Ribbons and Roots is and why we care about it. And it's more than just, we're not doing this for cancer research. We're not doing this for, to benefit a hospital or anything like that. We're doing this for the survivors and the memories of people we've lost that have been in our lives. And we want to build something as this living memorial so that even though they are gone from us physically, their memories and the memories we have of them can be shared with everybody in one place.
But it's not just our family members either.
No.
It's theirs.
Yep.
Like, it's for everybody. Like, if you've lost somebody, you're more than welcome to put a lock for the lost on there. Share your story. We're gonna have a bunch of places to do that, whether it's on social media or the website. You can do it anonymously if it makes you feel better. I mean, we want to hear your stories because we know that shit's hard to go through. And
Well, that's one of the things, right? Is unfortunately everybody. It's impossible to go through life without being affected by somebody, knowing somebody, whether it's close or a friend or a coworker. Like, everybody's had to go through this, and it's amazing. Like, even for myself, the last few days I've been sitting there trying to think of just different people that I've been affected by, and like hearing these guys' stories. There's so many memories that come back, and it almost, it's impossible not to shed a tear when you think of these people. But we want to also promote all these memories, of those individuals and the good times and stuff, because you don't want the memories to go away. Bad memories, you're always going to have bad memories, but we want to focus on good memories, good situations, hear your guys' stories, get some good laughs out of them. I know we've had a lot ourselves just sharing the last a few weeks with this whole thing. It's been a good environment. It's been a good thing.
So another thing people have asked is, who and what are we trying to benefit? We built this nonprofit to benefit families or individuals that might have had a project started with a family member or a friend, somebody close to them, that was taken too early. And it would be a truck, a motorcycle, a Vespa, it doesn't matter.
music.
Music,
Really could be anything.
creative arts, anything that they might not have the motivation or the finances to continue on with that. We feel that we want to help give back to those individuals, whether it's in the form of a scholarship for somebody in school, high school, whether it's helping out somebody that's lost a family member or a close person in the BOCES automotive trades, or sculpting, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the end game. And again, the living memorial will be, we're hoping to take it from the east end of Route 66 all the way to the west end and putting locks on the whole way. And our goal is to find a place along iconic Route 66 to permanently set up this monument, so that as people take these trips, they remember somebody. They have a place to put that lock.
And that's a good point too. And you might want to explain the vision with the monument, how it's being created, and the idea behind it, so people have a visual of what we're talking about actually doing.
You want to do it? You want me to
Go for it.
Okay. Well, so the thought is we're gonna make a rebar statue in the shape of a ribbon that you can physically attach a lock or a colored lock for whatever kind of cancer affects you, or you've been affected by, and actually see these statues on the side of the road or at certain stops. So basically, when it's getting filled up, you have a cancer ribbon, not just one color, but to show that, you know, a lot of people have been affected by a lot of different things. It's I don't know.
but it's kind of hard to describe. It's evolving as we talk about it. We've come up with different ideas that can will work, and maybe it's one of those things where you can't get out. You can't go do it yourself. You can contact us. We'll put the lock on for you. Have it grade whatever your vision is. But maybe when we find the home for this first statue, that you want to take a trip and you've never done Route 66. So you're going to drive at least to that point and have that moment where you think and remember the individual and you attach your lock. Or again, like if you can't make that, we can do it for you. We can take the lock with you and send you pictures along the way while we're doing this trip. And there's a lot of possibilities with this. It's an evolving thing that we've been working on for months, but really specifically the last handful of weeks. And thanks to you guys, this is all taken off so quick. We want to at least get a video out there and say, this is the general idea, this is what we're working toward. And maybe some of your guys' stories will help promote even more ideas.
And I want to just say, it's getting so much traction that we've already received a huge donation from Anonymous for it's like $5,000 to help start the initial building of this monument, and which is awesome, and it's great, and we'll disclose more of that information on who the donors are in later videos. But this will be our way of you guys keeping up with what we are working towards, and then so I guess this is our introduction video to anybody that's looking to help support us or that believes in what we're doing. And I think now we'll go on to kind of tell a little bit about our stories and why it's so important for us to do this. But I do want to disclose that this is not just three buddies are going to take this trip. We'll give out specific dates, our agenda, our stops, that kind of thing. And if you want to join and you want to partake in this, and
right.
I have no problem with creating a convoy.
If you want to fly in, part way, and you meet us in Flagstaff, that's fine. Whatever.
So I mean, you guys feel like, hopefully you will feel like you're as connected to us as we are to this cause.
I agree. And with that, I'll go ahead and just start. So my name is Phil. I've known these guys Chris for several years, and I've gotten to know Woody really well this year, and just fantastic individuals. But like I was saying earlier, it's impossible to go through life without being affected by somebody. And I could get into so many stories as anybody can. And, I had a friend, Katie, that was, way too young, that she, we lost her. And that was a very difficult time for me, even the months leading up to that. And I'll share more stories as we go along. But for me personally, I just want to say that I've had a lot of good people in my life, from my parents on down, as a lot of people do, but life's never easy. And I look at it as the last 10 to 15 years of my life and everything people have done for me, and they helped me make it through a lot of tough situations. And I'm at a point now where I'm in good shape, and I just want to do something, and I've been looking for something, and I love to give to other people, spend time with other people, and having the opportunity to have these two guys that are good friends of mine come to me, ask me if this is something I was interested in. And it wasn't just I'm in on that. I mean, which is your first reaction to your friends. But the more I thought about it, and for me, realizing this was actually a great opportunity for me to put my focus into something that I wanted to be a part of, that I could give back to other people. And yes, I have a lot of these same stories, and I've been affected by it like a lot of people, and I've moved on, and I've been able to keep up. And I think about these memories, and they make me laugh, and I'll just tell one quick one. I have a friend, Christy, and we lost her, but she made the worst mac and cheese I've ever had. And I would always mess with her about how bad that mac and cheese was. Well, I had a stretch where I was working second shift. I was the supervisor every single weekend, practically. I was there Saturday, Sunday, and whatnot. And I'd been working and eating so much garbage. and all I wanted was a home cooked meal. And it was a Sunday afternoon. And I called Christy, and without batting an eye, I don't know how she made it so fast, but it wasn't very good, so that makes sense. But you know, Christy like delivered. She, no questions asked. She made her mac and cheese, and that was the one time it tasted better than anything. Because I mean, obviously there's a lot of love there, and we were really close. But that's what your friends do. They reach out and they just come and they give you stuff, and you know, those are the memories. You know, it's terrible that I lost such a good friend, but I want to focus on those memories and think about those things. And there's so many stories that we're going to hear from all you guys. It's not going to be easy. You know, it's going to be tearing on the heartstrings and everything. But at the end of the day, we want to bring out the good memories. We want to help you finish something that maybe you just didn't want to touch because you have so many bad memories when you look at it. Well, maybe we can help you get past those memories and then get you across the finish line, and then take that drive, take that ride, and then every time you look at it, you're having good memories. So that's just a little behind me. Go ahead.
So I guess why I think ribbons and routes should be a thing, or why I'm passionate about it is the second time my father was diagnosed with cancer, and I watched him slowly start dwindling away. We always came from mechanical background. We always had cars, go-karts, you know, always messed with stuff. Watched my father just kind of slowly just sit in the same spot all the time. So basically I found an old pickup truck. I had a few dollars given to me to buy it. I traded tools. Whatever I had to do to get this truck. I got it home, and you know, you don't get good stuff cheap, so this truck needed a lot. It came with a standard transmission. Dad couldn't sit at a red light holding the clutch anymore, so we put an automatic in it. I had a guy give me a motor. I had a guy give me a rear end. I had friends help come over, try to get this truck together. Dad and I worked on the bed because it's a wooden bed. So we like sanded that and stuff. At that point, I knew it was the last father-son project we'd ever do. So it was kind of important to get it to be going. At a certain point, we picked a deadline. It was a car show. That was our focus. So I had a good group of friends that were there to help get this truck to a certain point, because it was really rough when we got it. And actually, the first time we actually had it running and able to drive it, my dad wasn't well enough to even sit in the passenger seat. So my brother and I took it around the block and just kind of come in and told him about it and stuff like that. So people don't have that relationship or core value or core group of friends that will just drop what they're doing and help. So that's what I want to do. I want to help somebody else like I was helped. And I want to do it in a mass volume. So like we get donations, like it's all going to focus on the task at hand. So that's my story. That's why I'm in it.
That's a sad but fantastic story. I applaud you for it.
Can you explain what your vehicle is?
So it's a 1966 C10 long bed pickup. It's all rusted. I won't finish it. I won't finish the bodywork. It'll stay patina the way my dad drove it. I'm actually doing an LS swap in it to do the Route 66 trip. That was actually given to me by my uncle, who passed away from pancreatic cancer because he couldn't do anything with his truck, so he asked me to get it out of there, and I'm like, it's a perfect donor motor. And when I actually mentioned it to him that I would be putting it in Dad's truck, he got teary-eyed. You don't see a 6'4", 250-pound dude get teary-eyed very often. So I knew it meant a lot to him. So that's what we're doing, and it's.
Irony is that it is 66 and it's Route 66, and well, I guess I'm Chris, Toe, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for dinner. Mine, I don't know. I'm gonna have to read it because I don't know if I can get through it without. So hopefully nobody gives me a hard time about that. So my truck that I'll be taking might not be old and retro, but it means just as much to me. It's a 1994 Ford F-150 long bed, single cab, base model. But it was the first truck my grandfather ever purchased brand new. And he passed away from cancer, lung cancer, really not long after he got it. My grandmother drove it for a while, but eventually it ended up sitting under the lean-to of the barn because it's a standard as well. Years later, my parents bought it for our business, and over time it got pretty rough. Dented bed, missing handles, broken glass, paint all over it. When my mom saw it like that, she cried. That's when I realized it wasn't just a work truck, it was a memory of her father. So one year, just before Christmas, or a couple months before Christmas, I took it to a friend's body shop and I helped him restore it so I could give it back to her for Christmas. When I handed her those keys, it felt like I brought my grandfather back for one more visit. That's why this truck means so much to me. And this is the hardest part, because sometimes having something you can touch, fix, and hold onto keeps those memories alive. And that's what Ribbons and Roots is all about, using what we know and love to help others hold on to the people and stories that matter most. So that's mine, and I'm sorry. that one's tough. And so yeah, if you're gonna see a mid-90s red F-150 going down the road behind a 66 C10 and all these other older vehicles that were projects, that you'll know why. And I hope someday I'll be able to do a project with one of my kids, or and being able to help somebody that might have lost the motivation or lost that, like, I guess, yeah, the motivation. Money is money, right? But the motivation, because if somebody passes and you were working on it with them, it just reminds you of all the good times, and that can make you feel bad. So we want to help put the good back into the good memories and help people.
Right. And not just.
And your dad, when I was putting together that mud truck, and we had a couple days to get that truck around to go to a play day, he was right here. Yep. You were right here. I mean, we welded up a Tractor Supply special 4-link and put in a transmission and transfer case, yep. Built the U-joint, customized U-joints and that, just so we could go break it in the mud in about 15 minutes. Okay. So, but yes, your dad was an excellent man. I had the pleasure of working with him, work beside him, and just know him on a family and friend level. So that's why I'm so passionate about this too, is because I want to be with these two guys. I'll follow them anywhere.
I just want to say, good job getting through that.
Yeah.
It's not easy. That's one of the things that we're going to see a lot of, is these stories. But for me, like, hearing these stories, that's the exciting part. And seeing people get excited about something again and helping them get to the end of the journey, wherever that's at, whatever it takes. That's kind of why we're here. We want to do a lot of those stories for other people. We want to help other people enjoy it, and if we ended up with dozen people that were like, I'm in, I've never done this, I want to be a part of it, I want to take that drive, that's that much more. That's just going to add to it. And and if you're not able to, and we need to take something for you, we'll do that as well. But we're going to be keeping you updated. You obviously, you're not ready to throw that in and drive tomorrow.
I wish
that's
one
of the fun things, right? If you follow the page, keep an eye on what we're doing, you'll be able to see the updates to the motor, just what he's done in the last few weeks, and where we get, and hopefully we're not down to the wire of making sure we have everything ready to go, but that's a very strong possibility.
That's the way it works.
But we're going to be taking this trip together the next bunch of months. We're going to be unrolling different ideas to help sponsor different people, different events. Just stick with us. We want to get this out there so you people know what we have going on.
We have a big event planned.
What's that?
So we have a big event planned. Hopefully,
Yeah, we definitely have already one big event in
I
the
can't wait
works.
to unveil the details on that one because that's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one. I
Yeah. Oh, cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. Nothing more. We're going to help people, and the three of us are going to have a purpose and a lot of fun doing it.
So, and just one other thing, it's not just money, guys. I mean, if you have an old vehicle, or hey, what are we gonna do with this old transmission that came out of Grandpa's truck? And it's just taking up space. There's probably somebody else out there looking for what you have or what's not worth anything to you anymore. So, I mean, we aren't opposed to. It's not all about just handing somebody some cash and saying, "Hey, or fix your truck up." It's if there's a specific make or model or that somebody's looking for, and we want to be able to help them out. So
Your stories, your memories.
Yeah. And it's for time too. If you got a skill set and you're following our page and you see us needing somebody that's good at whatever, and you say, "Hey, I can do that."
Tow truck driver. You heard how old my shit is, right?
Right. Yeah. So you heard that, Dad. You're coming on a trip with us.
But also, this is primarily going to be posted up on the Facebook. We are, again, guys, we are a legit 501c or 501c3. I can't remember.
C3PO.
Yeah. Nonprofit agency or incorporation. It's, again, Ribbons and Roots Inc. And so any type of donations are a write-off for your taxes. So we'll make sure all of that gets to you. We have a infant website up right now. We're trying to get new followers, widen our... And I'm, again, we're so impressed with how many people have liked and shared and follow us already.
And that helps too. That's a big thing. Like, you can't do anything, the next guy might. So just... push us, post us,
Yep. Keep sharing us.
Just help us out.
And eventually to a YouTube page and that kind of thing. Not all of our videos and stories will be sad, I hope. But not sad. It's an emotional thing, right? I mean, it pulls on the heartstrings, but that's why sometimes talking about it makes you feel better, and gets it off your chest, and you can move on and remember them in a better way. So, but yeah, I guess stay tuned for some of the shenanigans we'll be getting into.
I apologize in advance.
And our plan is to also have this video documented the whole trip. So come July. Oh, we never said that. We're doing this in July of 2026.
Yes, Route 66. That's the first one. We want to do all the routes or routes, but the first one is 66. We're doing it hell or high water. We're going to try to do it to raise money and help people out.
So if anybody along Route 66 has some property and want to have a living monument put on there, get a hold of us. Because that's one of the next things is make sure we have the space. And it's going to be a janky looking trailer with a really weird metal.
It'll be prettier than that.
Being hauled by either a 66 Chevy or
I lost a trailer an hour ago.
a 94 Ford. So, but
we're not putting a hitch on a Beamer.
No. No. So, but until the next time.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys again, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.